So I don't really know about a lot about my grandparents' history, but I just wanted to make this video about what I did know about them. My my grandmother, Elizabeth Ray Williams at the time, married Hiram Dilworth Williams, and they lived in Pueblo, Colorado, on 25th Lane. I don't know the exact address, but I found it on Google Earth, and I know exactly where it's at. It's beautiful. It really is a really cool spot. Nice farmhouse. Off to the west was a great big fucking barn, and I know that they raised cattle and chickens and goats and all that kind of cool ass shit, you know. One of the cool stories, they bought that land from someone else. And the old woman that lived there, the Arkansas River, I believe it's the Arkansas, I may be wrong, but I think it's the Arkansas River, is just to the east. Makes sense? I mean, I could Google Earth it, but I really think that if I remember correctly, the Arkansas River is off to the east, and anyway, down on this floodplain, and I remember them telling me the story that's one thing that they were very concerned about was, well, if the river ever runs over, you know, is it going to flood the house? Is blah 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 blah. And the old woman said, as long as you own this house, that river will never flood. You will never have any problems with this house. As long as you own this house, you will never have any problems with this house. And they lived there for a long damn time, didn't they? They raised 3 kids. They raised a couple of grandchildren. In fact, my great grandmother, Frances something, fuck, I can't remember her name, her last name anyway, lived there on a mobile home, a little ways from the property, just barely off. There's this huge fucking circle drive, a barn, and a great big flower garden, and then my great grandmother's trailer. Frances, I can't not remember her damn name. I know my I know my mother would come in this room and whip my ass. I know her name was Frances anyway. The old woman that sold the property said, hey, you'll never have any trouble as long as you own it. Funny thing about that is, in the mid-90s, they sold the house because they lived in New Mexico. I want to say Taos. I think they lived in Taos. and they sold the property. And I remember me and my mom went up there and we cleaned out the attic, and that's how I got my very own very first guitar. It was my uncle's. That's a different story. But like weeks later, like literally weeks fucking later, there was an electrical problem and that fucking house burned to the ground. Very odd that house should burn to the fucking ground. That's weird, man.